Now we're going to talk about the formulas you're going to need in order to find surface area. There's two pieces to the surface area formula. One is the lateral area, and the other piece is the total area. So there's a few components that we're going to need. The first part is a capital P. That capital P stands for the perimeter of the base. So if I look at my prism I have here, what two pieces look like they repeat or are identical? That would be considered our bases. Well, they are in fact trapezoids. So this is a trapezoidal prism. And so I need the perimeter of one base. I am also going to use, we'll go with this color. The height of our prism, remember the height has to be perpendicular, to the base. So the height of the prism, remember, has to be perpendicular to base. And I'm going to take those two pieces, the perimeter and the height, and that's going to be my lateral surface area. So perimeter times height. That's the lateral surface area. Now, what does the lateral surface area mean? The lateral surface area is the area around your shape that is not including the bases. It is all of this, all of the stuff that's wrapped around the height of your prism. So that is our lateral surface area. Now for the total surface area, let me put total right here, because it is the total surface area. That is going to involve the area of the base. And so the area of our base is all of this space. So whatever shape your base is, you're going to need to know the area formula in order to execute the area formula. All that space in there. So our total surface area, the entire thing all together, is going to be that lateral area plus 2 times the base. So we're going to be adding. So we're going to take 2 of the bases and add them to the lateral surface area. So some questions you may need to be reading very carefully. Some questions I might ask you to just find the lateral surface area, and some questions I might ask you to find the total surface area. So please read your questions very carefully. So let's look at an example. So here I have a rectangular prism, and I'm going to identify the bottom as the base. Always go through and identify where your bases are. And so then my height would be connecting those two bases. So my height is going to be right here, 10. That is going to be my height. So the perimeter of one base, I'm going to need to find. So to find the perimeter of one base, I take all 4 sides and add them together. So I can take 2 times 15 plus 2 times 8. If you don't remember why I'm getting that, this is a rectangular, so opposite sides are congruent. And when I add that together, I get 46. So it's 46 inches. My height is 10 inches. And then I look at my base, the area of my base, and we're going to take 15. Oops, I wanted orange. 15 times 8, length times width, and that's going to give us 120 inches squared. Here's my calculator. Okay, so for lateral surface area, we take perimeter times height. My perimeter was 46 times my height, which is 10. Multiply that together, and my lateral surface area is 460 inches squared. And then remember, for total surface area, we take that lateral plus 2 times b. So 460 plus 2 times 120. 460 plus 2 times 120. And we get 700 inches squared. So if I was to wrap that prism in wrapping paper, then it would take 700 inches squared of wrapping paper in order to do so. And obviously some scissors and tape and some skills. Okay, so let's take a look at another. We have a triangular prism here. So we have triangles on the ends, 1 and 2. That is our base. Now for a triangular prism, I'm going to need to find the perimeter. And so I need to find this third side of my triangle. So if I look at the side lengths and what kind of triangle it is a right triangle, and I have side lengths of 3 and 4, which tells me by Pythagorean theorem, or your Pythagorean triples if you have them memorized, that this is going to be 5. So for the perimeter, I'm going to add all 3 together. 5 plus 3 plus 4 is going to give us 12 meters. And then the height is, remember, the distance between the two bases, which is 10 meters. And then the area of a base, we have a triangle here, which is base times height divided by 2. And so we have 4 times 3 divided by 2. That's going to give us 6 meters squared for the area of one base. Now for lateral, we take perimeter times height. My perimeter was 12 times height, 10. It's going to give us our lateral. So our lateral is 120 meters squared. Remember, we are multiplying 2 meters together, so it becomes meters squared every single time. And then we take our lateral plus 2 times the base for our total surface area. Our lateral was 120 plus 2 times 6, which gives us a total surface area of 132 meters squared.